It's just an explanation of what I want you to do for this homework assignment. Okay, so when you open up your assignment, you'll see this worksheet, which is 2 pages. Okay, so I'm going to go over exactly what I'm looking for on each page. Okay, so for this one, you'll want to zoom in probably. So if you hit the plus button and then click, it is a bit blurry, which I apologize about, but you should be able to work through it. Okay, so up here in your toolbar, I want you to select the line, the little arrow, down arrow. Go ahead and click that and hit scribble. Okay, so we're going to use this in order to draw our jumps between the different units. Okay, so we're going to start on centimeters. So I'm going to put my cursor above the centimeters and we're going to meters. Okay, it is one letter, so it is the base that we're going to. So we're going to jump and I'm going to click and create my scribble. 1, 2 jumps to the left. Okay, so then I'm going to hit my scribble again so that I get my cursor back, knowing that I am going to make a new scribble. Okay, so we went 1, 2 to the left. So I'm going to go to my decimal point and I'm going to move 1, 2 to the left. Okay, so my answer is going to be point, and you could do 0 point, or just point is fine. 3, 5, 0, 9. Okay, so that's my answer for that. Okay, and then you'll continue on with each of these by clicking the scribble button, going to, for this one, deciliters, we're going to kilo, so you would draw your scribble mark, okay, and then you would do it from the decimal point, which remember, if there is none shown, it's at the end of the number, and then you would jump that many times, okay? Remember that if there's an empty loop, that's going to be a 0, so you will put a 0 there in place of any loops that don't have numbers between them, okay? For the second page, this is a bit different than what we did in our notes, okay? This is using dimensional analysis, and we're going to get more into this in our upcoming notes. But what you're going to want to do is, you'll see these boxes that are already set up for you. We're basically setting up a math problem for multiplying and dividing, okay? So up here in this very first box, you're always going to put whatever we start with, okay? So for this one, we're starting with 18 meters, okay? Now, whatever unit you put up in this box, you're going to have to include it in this box down here. That's for them to cancel out. So we would do meters divided by meters. It's kind of like if we were to do 5 divided by 5 is 1. It basically cancels out that number. So because we have meters up here, we want meters down here. And we're going to be going to hectometers, which will be our final answer. Okay, so if I look down at my scale, we're going from meters to hectometers. So we're jumping 1, 2. Okay, so if I add 2 zeros to a 1, that would be 100. So it would be 10, 100. Okay, so the number 100 is going to go in front of the unit that's smaller. So because our units are meters and hectometers, hectometers is bigger than meters. So there's 100 meters in a hectometer. So we're going to put in front of the meters 100. Okay, so because we have it all set up, so there's 100 meters and 1 hectometer. Okay, now we're just going to multiply across. So we would get, and I didn't put this for you, but you can write it on a scratch piece of paper if you want. We would get 18, because 18 times 1 is 18. And then on the bottom, we'd have 1 times 100 is 100. So we'd have 18 divided by 100. So if we get a calculator out, 18 divided by 100 equals 0.18. So that's going to be our answer. Okay, I'm going to do another one with you as well. We're going to do this one. Okay, so remember in the first blank, you're just going to put whatever we're starting with. So we're starting with kilograms. Okay, whatever unit is up here is what's going to go here, and then up here will be what unit we're trying to get to, so CG. Okay, looking down, we're starting with kilograms and going to centigrams. So we are jumping from here, kilograms to centigrams. So we're jumping 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have 5 zeros after our 1. Okay, and remember it's going to be the smaller unit. So kilograms is bigger because it's further to the left than centigrams. So our number is going to go in front of centigrams. So remember we jumped 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to have 5 zeros after our 1. So 1 and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, if you want to add the comma in there, you can if you want. Okay, so 1 kilogram equals 100,000 centigrams. Okay, so now when we multiply across, our bottom is going to be easy. 1 times 1 is 1. So we just have to multiply the two top numbers together. So we're going to multiply, move this out of the way, we're going to multiply 0.03 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so our answer is 3,000. Okay, so you're going to do that for all of these problems on here. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me on Google Classroom, and I'll get back to you in order to help you out if you're still unsure of how you're supposed to do these types of problems.